What up? You see, this ain't the usual setup. You know I like to be outside on my nature boy shit. But I just caught up to Centuria. Yeah, Centuria. I tend to get Centuria and Gachi Akuda's names mixed up. I don't know why. Sound completely different. But I just called it the Centuria because I seen something on Instagram and I was like, is this not Jagan? If you don't know what Jagan, the manga, the weird manga where bro take pills to turn his arm into a shotgun. It's very weird. I didn't even finish catching up on it because it just got weird. But yeah. So tuned back in. Let's talk about what happened with Centuria. So first off, credit where credit is due. Well, recognize game where game needs to be recognized. Julian is still working these niggas. He's still Julian being Julian, bro. Julian being Julian. You know, he dogging everybody. But we gonna cut away to a different fight. The fight that I left off on, where we got Lady Lacrima, and she fighting dude that could control the earth. She fighting the Earthbender. A blessing from the Earth God? We don't know yet because the author refused to bring up the other gods after the forest one. Don't know why. It's a little early in the game though, so I'm gonna let him slide. I'm gonna let it slide. You feel me? But yeah, caught up to that where Lacrima, this is a mismatch. Needless to say, this is a mismatch because her ability is that she can turn her body into water. She's a Logia. She can turn her body into water. She's fighting an earth dude. He's throwing earth at her. And the soil is sort of absorbing her body the more it hits her. Or the more she throws an attack. It's not really, it's hidden. It's definitely doing something. But at the same time, it's weakening her. And it's making his attack stronger. So it's like, get out this ISO, bro. Gotta get out this ISO. The ISO of doom. But yeah, she's doing that. And she makes a big brain play. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the mangas I've been reading in these recent fights, y'all been making some good plays. Like the people you wouldn't expect it from. We had Wendy to put on the show. Wendy and Gray. You need to go watch that fairy tale video. My most recent one. Wendy and Gray put on the show. Pure cinema. But yeah, I didn't expect it where she's like, your body is slowing down. Even if you're absorbing my hits, the fact is you're getting everything is slowing down. You're getting heavier. So I'm gonna just keep blitzing you. You ain't gonna be able to keep up with me. I know you're absorbing my attacks and I know I'm losing my body more and more. But we just gonna see who runs out. He ran out first. He couldn't hang where he thought that he got her because she threw one more thing and then her body went away. And he's like, all right, she threw. She walked down on, what's her name? She walked down on Julian's lover and his little sister. And he's like, she just wasn't able to keep up. She come through on some Naruto, come out the ground, uppercut the Neji, but she ain't uppercut him. Backstab. Scars on the back is the swordsman shame. Ball knowledge. But what's her name? She comes out the ground, backstab him. He's like, how did you do that? I literally just took out your whole body. And she says she snuck her heart inside one of the water droplets because she had her body connected to the other waters underground. That last part was a little unnecessary. The last part made the whole attack not make sense. It made sense when she just said she snuck her heart and then she just reformed over time. That made sense. Why did you need to say that your body was connected to all the other water underground? Now I'm confused. But okay, big brain play. Love to see it. Shout out to Lacrima. That's my dog. You're sanctioned. But that happened. We cut away. Julian is like Julian, one man army versus 50. He's still standing, beating they ass, beating they butt. I gotta stop cussing. No more profanity. No more profanity in 2025. But he wasn't a. Yeah, Julian working them boys, where he's sort of like moving. He's moving. And he's positioning himself where he's dodging their attacks, but it's a sniper from the distance, and he realized his location. So the way that he's weaving, bobbing and weaving, he's making sure that the other people are all in front of him at the same time, so the sniper has no room to actually make a shot. That's clean. That's clean. I ain't gonna lie. From the things that we seen Julian do, I thought he was just gonna throw someone across the whole battlefield and take out the sniper like that. Or I thought he was gonna grab a rock or something and just dime it. Just some absurd shit. So I'm happy that the sniper is still lasting, because like I said the last time, he seems very, like, I like his character a lot. So I really hope he don't die in this battle. I hope he's one of the ones that get away. But you never know. You just never know. Julian don't like letting people live. So then while that's happening, we cut away. We cut away. And we got Luca or Lucy. Is it Luca or Lucia? I'm editing right now. I went back and looked. It's not either of the options I said. This nigga's name is Lucas. I don't know why. Whatever. Anyways, it's Lucas. I'm going to be mispronouncing his name so much after this. I just want to let y'all know. All right, for sure. Bees. Who's Luca? Luca is from Eden Zero, I think. We got Lucia versus the nun. Well, the two nuns, Lady Whatever and Lady Estrie. And, well, not Lady Whatever. We gonna call, what should I give my queen name? She bad. But what's her name? We got Shorty and Lady Estrie. And someone behind them versus Lucia. And he's sitting there, he's looking at the person behind him, and he's like, I've had this feeling before on the battlefield many times. Whoever that is gonna kill all of us if I make a move right now. The minute he moves, we do. And I was sitting there, I was like, all right, so what type of defensive juggernaut do we got? Who's we going against right now? It's fucking Arcos. It's Arcos again. And it gets revealed that it's Arcos, where before we talk about, because I want to talk about all that together. So we're going to come back to Julian. We're going to finish Julian's segment. And then we're going to talk about that whole stretch. You feel me? Because it's some bull. But we back to Julian, where he's fighting the assassins. And I'm happy that they made a point where, like, the coordination is off, because nobody knows, like, they're all strangers to each other. This is just a ragtag group of people that Lady Estrie forced to work for her or paid off to work for her. None of them have any actual connections with each other. So Shorty, she realizes that, and she's like, she gets in the ISO, and then she's telling Julian, she's like, hey, just let me go. She kidnapped my brother. That's the only reason I'm here. I have no qualms with you. How about you let me go? You throw me all the way back there. I'll take out the old man that's been attacking you. And then I'll run off, and we'll never interact again. We don't have to see each other again. Julian, being Julian, because he is a family man, he is very sympathetic. Where when it comes to people fighting for other people, he understands that. So he's like, all right, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you get your brother back. But if I see you again, I'm killing you. Straight up. He lets her go. She goes. She completes her thing. And then she gets out of there. And now it's just a... What is it? A 3? Is it 3v1? Sniper still ain't really doing nothing. But we got the man in the... It's the man in the wolf mask. We got the weirdo with the axe. We got... See, that's the... I'm going to just say it's them two. Them two and the sniper. It's 3-on-1. So, boom. Man with the wolf mask. Well, I don't know if it's a wolf mask. I think he just transformed. Yeah. The furry. got beat. He just got beat down. He just got beat down. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really care for him. I don't really care for this character that much. But we gonna see later on where he's like, you killed my brothers, I'm gonna kill you one day. He's saying that to Julian, and Julian's having that flashback where Lady Lacrima is telling him, like, don't you ever think that the people that you kill have families too? You're not the only one fighting for people. And he's sitting there, he's like, Lady Esther, just how much more people are you willing to sacrifice for this? Like, how many lives are you willing to just throw away? Well, I gotta talk about the weirdo with the axe. Cause it was the most random throw-in where they're giving, I'm glad that they're giving the assassins like all good characterization and everything. But what? So the axe, the lady with the axe, her sister, she had a sister, or no, he had a sister, or he had a sister where she was very affectionate. And she would always like do very seductive things in front of her, not to him, but in front of him. And he always felt like his sister was trying to seduce him. And eventually, when the sister awakened her gift, she felt so like deeply in love with it's weird. So she turned herself into the big axe, and now the brother is able to wield the axe, but he's like, his gift allows him to it allows him to carry the burden of anything, because it reduces the weight of everything that he picks up, but it also diminishes the damage of like blunt force attacks. Keep in mind, blunt force attacks, Julian picked that up. It diminishes blunt force attack damage. So everything that he's done, he's like, I'm the strongest there is at that point. Julian realized that it was blunt force damage. We gotta have a talk about Julian, because hold up, he's literally, in terms of battle IQ and just like putting hands on people, he's been dogging everyone. Everyone has been a mismatch. Everyone. This is like rookies guarding Kyrie. Julian has been beating everybody bad. It's embarrassing. It hasn't been close. Even with Arcos, it wasn't close. Lacrima, it wasn't close. Who's fighting him? It has the king is the only person that can fight him. The king or his sister herself has to fight him. There's nobody that's been able to compete. The sniper, he's like, I'm sad that everybody's dying, but at least now I have a clear shot. He takes a shot. Julian weave, but the sniper, he got Julian before because he was able to change the trajectory of the bullet twice. Changes the trajectory once. Julian weave. He's like, but you ain't know I can do it again. Weave, caught it. And the sniper's like, how he do that? And Shorty standing next to him makes a great, very obvious point. He's like, if you did it once, anyone would assume that you could do it as much as you want. Weave, snatched that, piercing damage. Ended that. Got rid of the weirdo. Thank you. Now let's talk about what I want to talk about. Arcos. Before I talk about Arcos and what he did, we gotta talk about how he came back. So the Shorty, not Lady Esther, Shorty, she has the ability to bring people back from the dead, but her ability, it's bringing people back as like puppets. They have no memories, they have no emotions, they have no sense of self. They're just a very hollowed out person of who they used to be. Just a very hollowed out imitation. So she's like, yeah. And another weakness, the ability is it's weakened. It's weakened very much from its original self, of course. That's very obvious. But also, her bringing people back, it's literally giving them another life. It's like giving birth to someone. Not exactly. She's definitely making them. She's not actually, but it's like someone is being born. They died like any other person. They could die very easily, like any other human. And she can only bring them back once. So she says, be very careful because this is a very valuable puppet. Arcos was like that in his first life. So I'm not gonna bring my person out until all of the other gifted people are dead and we don't have anyone else to rely on. He will be our trump card. He will win us the fight. And Lady Esther, she's like, cool, but here's my part. The nun, Shorty, she like, you ain't give me nearly enough money for this job. You know that, right? And Esther, she like, nah, I gave you all I have. She said, there's other forms of payment. Let me get up in that. Let me get up in there real quick. And the nun, she needs to take off that get up because you should not be going. You should not be easy going like a harlot. She said, you know what? Fine. I'll let you have your way. That easy? No, granted. I give credit where credit is due. Shorty, bad. 10s across the board. 10s across the board. Has everything you could ever want. She bad. But you folded that easy? You folded that easy, bro? Really? Okay. But she went for that. They did what they had to do. And where we at right now with Arcos. Now keep in mind, they said that the ability is weakened, right? So please explain to me. His ability is water, right? So please explain to me. He says, this is my first time ever using this ability. I'm gonna need y'all to back up real quick. I'm gonna quote Naruto. It's just the power of a god. You look up, he done lifted the battlefield. He done lifted the battlefield and it's hanging over Lucia and them head. Lucia has a shield. Lucia reveals, he's like, yeah, this shield can block anything that I ever want. Like, if an attack is coming at me, anything that I don't want hitting me, it will never get through this shield. The problem is, it's a shield that I'm holding. If you work around, you can go around it still and get me from behind or whatever. If you attack me from another angle, it's going through. Also, it's one shield versus a fucking battlefield that's hovering over me. If it don't flatten me, the debris from the impact itself is just gonna end up killing all of us. And they like, all right, so what we gonna do? And this is where we get my jogging reference. Cause what he lands it before, how he did it was they said that he's taking all the moisture out the air and he's lifting it up through that method. Now keep in mind, his powers is weakened. Arcos was not moving like this. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that he's weakened. Arcos did nothing like this. Would this even have worked on Julian though? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. But Arcos was not moving like this. This is insane. Why are you Fujitora? Why are you Madara? What are you doing? Go home. He drops it. And you know what's crazy? I would have let it slide if they said that he was manipulating the water in the battlefield. No, I wouldn't. That's weird. That's stupid. Never mind. But he drops it. And they thought that they was dead, rightfully. Anyone should die from that. But Lucia, it's revealed that he has a second gift. Where he has this sort of like, it's like a black armor, but it's a lance. So the whole arm becomes like a lance or cannon. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's like a lance or a spear. But he's holding it like this. And that's what destroyed the whole battlefield, by the way. The whole platform. How, bro? How? Okay. Why didn't you back this out before? But he's like, he didn't want to reveal it. So, okay. But they looking at, how does he have two gifts? I mean, rightfully so. him having the shield, him having just the shield, it would have been born. There's no way there's no way the hype is around you this much and you only have a defensive ability. There has to have been some type of offensive capability. I thought that it was just gonna be like an invisible sword or something. Nah, he got straight up another gift, and it doesn't even look like it's an elemental type. It's just a weird gift. I'm assuming maybe his mom's passed it down to him or something. But maybe that's where, like, I don't know. This is weird. I don't even have like a theory for this. I don't even have a theory for it. This is weird. What is that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious though to see like where this is going. I'm very curious to see where this is going, because from the looks of it, there's no Lucia is being hyped up to be on the level of what's the name, Julian. Lucia is not losing to Arcos right now. Well, I don't think the Arcos puppet dies here either though. I feel like they're gonna have some more use for him. They're probably just gonna leave the battlefield. But I'm curious, so the people who I think make it out on the enemy side, Arcos, the two nuns, the archer, the sniper, the shorty that was with the sniper. That's about it. I think everybody else has literally already been beaten. I think everybody else has already been beaten. I'm not sure. I don't think Shorty died. Shorty that left, that like betrayed them. I don't think she died. I hope she didn't. I feel for her. But yeah. So if I had to rate everything, if I had to rate these couple chapters, we got introduced to someone with two gifts. Julian doing Julian things. Love to see it. High battle IQ. It's crazy. Lacrima putting up numbers. And we got a bad bitch. This is the 10 all around. I ain't complaining. Anyways, y'all boys stay safe, though. I'm out.